Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Jordan and welcome back to my I would like to respectably request that you guys just ignore the mound of trash in the background. I'm done recycling in like a month because I'm lazy, so today we are going to be talking about macros. A lot of you guys asked me to talk about macros in my calorie counting video because you think I'm really good at explaining things in simple terms, which thank you. I am really good at explaining things in simple terms because I don't know how to explain it complicated because I'm an idiot, so thank you. This video is going to be kind of like a beginner's guide to macro counting. I'm gonna go over all the basic information. Honestly, I'm sure a lot of you guys actually know this information, but for those who don't, I just wanted to put it out there, kind of explain to you guys how you can understand macros in a simple way. Macros is something I used to struggle with a lot, and until recently I had no idea what the fuck they meant. But since I have learned more about them, I have actually found it to be much easier to diet and much easier to lose weight. So I kind of just wanted to spread that information with those of you who have no idea what you're doing. Like I had no idea what the fuck I was doing. Let's get started. So to start off, I'm just gonna explain to you guys what a macro actually is. If you are unfamiliar, macro is just short form for macronutrient, and macronutrients are actually what make up calories. There are also micronutrients or micros. However, for the purpose of this video, we are actually going to be solely focusing on macros. So there are three primary types of macronutrients, and those include fats, proteins, and carbohydrates. I'm sure you've heard these words thrown around all the time. I'm sure you've heard a low carb diet, a high carb diet, a high protein diet. I'm sure you've heard it many times. Macros and macro counting have kind of become more popular in recent years due to the emergence and I guess the popularization of diets such as If It Fits Your Macros, as well as flexible dieting. If you guys have been here for a while, you know that in January I adopted much more of a flexible dieting regimen, and I actually find that flexible dieting helps me curb my cravings as well as kind of control my binge eating. So I'm hoping by discussing this today can kind of help you guys kind of, you know, find your way through your weight loss journey or your strength journey or your fitness journey or whatever fucking journey. Okay, so I've mentioned many times on my channel that the most important thing when it comes to weight loss is calories in versus calories out. As long as you maintain a caloric deficit, you will lose fat. And that's just fact, that's how science works. So you might be asking, if all you have to do is have a caloric deficit to lose weight, then why does counting macros matter? Why does it matter how much fat you eat or how much like protein you eat if you're gonna lose weight regardless of, you know, your macro breakdown? This is a very good question that a lot of people seem to ask in the weight loss space. Basically, when we're talking about fat loss, it is true that a calorie is just a calorie. It doesn't matter where your calories are coming from. If you eat fewer calories than you burn off, you will lose weight. However, when we're talking about body recomposition, things get a little bit more complicated. So for example, let's say that your objective is not only to burn fat, but also to build muscle. This is when you want to start counting macros alongside calories, because every macro plays a different role in your body composition. All right, so the first thing you want to do when you start counting macros is you want to find out what your macro goal is. So much like my calorie counting video, I'm actually going to show you guys how you can calculate your macro goals. I'm going to put the link for the website right here, and then I'm going to start sharing my screen so you can see what I'm doing and how I'm calculating my own goals, so you can calculate your own as well. All right, so you'll see that I'm on the If It Fits Your Macros website. The link is just here at the top, and this is what the website looks like. What we're gonna do is we're just gonna put in my information, and then you guys can follow along and put in your own information as well. So I'm a woman, I'm 25 years old. My height is 5'9", and my current weight is 175 pounds. While my goal weight is 165 pounds. When I was asking to describe your daily activities, I consider myself to be very active. I'm moving a lot throughout the day. I'm probably moving between 2 to 3 hours every day, so I consider that to be very active. Days per week exercising, I would say I exercise 7 days a week. I don't run 7 days a week, but I'm active every single day, so that's why I'm just gonna put 7. Minutes per day exercising, I'm gonna say 120, which is 2 hours. And then how intense is your exercise? For me, I don't consider all my exercise every day to be super intense. So I'm actually gonna put light, just because while yes, I do run in the morning, the majority of my exercise is actually coming from walking, just because I walk everywhere. So I'm actually gonna put light. That's obviously up to you. I probably could get away with moderate since I do run, but just I'm just gonna put light. And then set your goal. So this is the most important part. So as you can tell from here, it's asking you what your goal is. So at the left, or on the left here, it says weight loss, which is my goal. And then it says performance, which basically means like maintenance, bulking, which means gaining weight, gaining muscle, and then you just have the option to put in your own calories. Since I want to lose weight, I am going to put -20 aggressive. And then this just tells me how many calories I need to be eating a day. And that is 2118. So that's how many calories, like I said, I will have to eat a day to lose weight. And then as you can see here, if I was bulking, if I wanted to gain weight, it would be 2912, etc. And then you just click here to get your macros, and then you have to put in your fucking information. God damn it, that's so annoying. And then you click this, and then you wait. Come on. And then they say they email it to you, but you can also just scroll down to check. And then this is my macro information. So as you can tell, for my calories of 2118, I have 140 grams of protein as my goal, 232 grams of carbs, and 70 grams of fat. Okay, so now that we've calculated these numbers, we're gonna look at what these numbers mean and why they're important. So like I mentioned earlier, there are 3 types of macronutrients: fats, carbs, and proteins. So for my macros, the calculator recommended that I eat 70 grams of fat a day. Despite its name, fats are actually very important for you in terms of brain development, heart health, everything like that. They help you absorb nutrients as well as regulate your hormones. However, not all fats are the same. So there are 3 types of fats: saturated, unsaturated, and trans fat. Unsaturated fats are kind of the fats you want to gravitate towards integrating into your diet. So unsaturated fats are really good for like blood flow, heart health, everything like that. The fats you really want to avoid are trans fats. So trans fats, I mean, are found in all the delicious food, unfortunately, but they're just not good for you. They offer you no nutritional benefit, and while they're delicious, they're just not healthy. So if you can, try to limit that as much as possible. Obviously, I'm not saying completely cut it out. I think you should treat yourself every so often, but when you're actually looking at the fats you're consuming, try to gravitate more towards unsaturated fats. The fats in my diet have always been lower just because I don't really gravitate towards a lot of fatty food. I don't like oil, I don't like deep fried food, which I mean, if you're trying to lose weight, you shouldn't be eating deep fried food anyway. But I've never been someone who really likes fatty foods. I'm much more of like carb queen, but that's completely okay. When it comes to the macronutrients, your main focus should be on protein, and then fats and carbohydrates are kind of, you can be more lenient with it. As long as you hit your protein goal, especially when you're starting out, then you'll be fine. Like, obviously make sure you're getting adequate amounts of both carbs and fats, but your protein should be your #1 goal. All right, so back to my macros. The calculator recommended that I eat 232 grams of carbs. So as many of you know, I actually lost the majority of my weight on a high carb diet. During that time, I was probably eating around 400 to 450 grams of carbs a day. Now that I've kind of embraced a more balanced diet and I've kind of shifted my objective to gaining muscle, I eat probably at max 300 grams of carbs a day. And like I said, I do tend to gravitate more towards carbs than fats. So yeah, and I mean, that fluctuates a lot. Like I said, I don't really focus on carbs and fats as much as I do protein, so they're kind of, you know, wherever the fuck they want to be. All right, so what are carbs? Unfortunately, carbs have a really bad reputation in the weight loss space. Carbs are actually very important for your overall health as a human being. Carbs are actually what fuel and give energy to your body. And then they also keep your blood sugar low and reduce bad toxins in your body. So carbs, in my opinion, are really important. I love carbs. Maybe I'm just trying to, you know, justify how many carbs I eat. Who fucking knows? So there are 2 types of carbs, simple and complex. When you're looking at weight loss and fitness and health in general, you want to gravitate more towards the complex carbs, because complex carbs are very nutrient dense, while simple carbs are not. So examples of complex carbs would be like vegetables, grains, potatoes, bitch, potatoes. Simple carbs really don't give you any benefit in terms of health or nutrition, and they also break down a lot easier, so you are left feeling full for like a less amount of time. Wow, did that make sense? Who knows? Okay, so finally we are on protein. So the macro calculator suggested that I eat 140 grams of protein a day for weight loss, and this is pretty much on par what I eat every day. Protein is very, very, very important because it actually helps grow and repair muscle as well as support immune function. So there are many protein sources. As a vegan myself, my main sources of protein come from tofu and other plant-based proteins, vegetables, legumes, and then protein supplements such as powders and bars. So I love my protein bars. I drink my protein shake every morning. There are a ton of ways you can reach your protein goals regardless of your diet. You just have to look into it. So your macros are going to be different based on what your goal is. When I put my statistics into the macro calculator, my goal was to lose weight. If you're looking to build muscle, do anything else, your numbers will vary slightly. So definitely make sure you calculate your own numbers instead of going off of mine. Overall, macro counting is very simple and it's very easy to understand. It's simple math. Like I said, fats, proteins, and carbohydrates, they all make up calories. So what I mean by that is a gram of fat has 9 calories. A gram of protein has 4 calories, and then a gram of carbohydrates also has 4 calories. You just add these values together and then you will get the caloric value of that specific item. So I'll actually show you an example. Let me go grab something. All right, so I just grabbed one of my favorite protein bars. This is the Cliff Builders bar. If you guys watch my What I Eat in a Day video, you know I fucking love this shit. But I'm just gonna show you what I mean by calories, or sorry, what I mean by macros making up calories. So let's take a look-see here. So from this nutrition label, focus, oh, you will see, oh, fuck off, hide my face. Can you see? Oh my God, my nails are so ratchet. Okay, you're just gonna have to believe me or look it up just to verify that I'm not making bullshit up. So this bar has 20 grams of protein. So like I said, 1 gram of protein equals 4 calories. So we're just gonna go 20 times 4, 80, math. And then this bar has 29 grams of carbohydrates. So we're gonna go 29 times 4, which equals 116, plus the 80 for the protein, and we're at 196 calories. Finally, we are going to go to the fat. There are 9 grams of fat, so we're going to go 9 times 9 because there are 9 calories per gram of fat, and that is 81. And then we're going to add the other calories that we've calculated. All right, so the number we get is 277. And like I said, that's just us taking the grams per macronutrient and multiplying it by its caloric value. So 277 calories, and on this bar, it says it contains 270 calories, which means it's wrong. No, I'm kidding, it's only 7 calories, but basically that's how you calculate caloric value. If you did not know, when I found that out, I was like, what? What? All right, so I guess just to bring everything back, macros and macro counting is actually a very simple concept. You don't have to do it. If you're someone who kind of falls into this really negative headspace when counting calories and everything like that, don't feel like you have to count to have good results or to be successful in weight loss. For me, I mentioned before, when I was losing weight, I did fall into that kind of toxic mentality of calorie counting. I've been able to shift how I view macro counting, and I kind of view it now as a tool I can use to, I guess, show me what I can eat instead of what I can't eat. So when you're looking if something fits in your macros, I can make chocolate cake fit in my macros every day, and it's just very liberating, I guess, to know that I can eat cake and it can fit in my daily caloric goal and I can still lose weight. Because prior to understanding macros, I kind of looked at cake and labeled it a bad food. And I kind of got in that bad habit of saying things are good foods or bad foods instead of being like, listen, you can make it fit. There is no such thing as a good or a bad food. Anything is bad if you eat it in excess. And that's kind of what I've been able to teach myself with macro counting, and hopefully this video can kind of show you guys as well that you don't have to be afraid of certain types of food. And yeah, that's basically it, guys. I hope this video was helpful. Just try to remember, try to get yourself in the positive headspace where macro counting and calorie counting is a tool to help you further your progress, and it doesn't have to like lead to this negative headspace in terms of what you can and can't eat. That's what I've tried to do, and it has helped me immensely. So I hope this video was helpful. If you guys have any other suggestions, please leave them down below. I know that's super like annoying when I guess YouTubers ask for ideas. I promise it's not I'm uncreative. It's just that I really want to put out content that you guys find helpful. You know, I don't want to be one of those YouTubers who just fucking uploads to upload. Like, I know you subscribe to me for a reason. I just want to be helpful. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.